So what they've done now is they have launched the new Ernie Els Golf Club. Now, for those people who aren't into golf, Ernie Els is he's on the PGA Tour. Now he's on the senior tour. He's a South African golfer.
Yes.
And he has golf courses in Dubai, in the States, and Asia. And now he has chosen Portugal as the first Ernie Els Golf Club in Europe. So it's massive. Okay. Now, this is a very exclusive golf course. It'll be something that we do not have down here, that we don't really have in Portugal. I think Comporta might have something similar, but there's nothing like this. So what it is there's going to be maximum 350 to 400 members. Okay, so it's real exclusive living. And they chose Vilamoura first. So the agency have been chosen to sell the real estate for the Ernie Els, which is super exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see, I mean, there's a visualization there, and we'll find out more about the timescale from you, and some beautiful visuals, some visualizations from inside as well that I'm endeavoring to bring to the screen. And I will do so. So what is the timescale on this, do you think? When are people going to be able to get excited and make a purchase on this?
Well, the most exciting thing is they just launched the golf club, and there's 50 founding members that they said they were going to find 50 founding members, and they're gone. That's done. They have the 50 founding members already. They've also, from people that are interested in the Els, there's of the 78 villas and townhouses, 8 are reserved already, and we've just launched. So amazing. There's a real excitement about this. When you look at the lifestyle, so when you look at, we just say Vilamoura for people that don't know Vilamoura.
Yes.
You have Vilamoura. It's a beautiful marina. It's known worldwide. But now they're going to have a brand new marina. Okay, they're going to have the biggest equestrian centre in Europe. We're going to have high performance sports complex, and then you have the Ernie Els Golf Club. So what goes with all this? It has to be luxury real estate to match the demand. Oh, yeah. And that's what they've done here. So this is a touristic development, but what it is basically it's going to be just completely 5-star. It has a Vista Club, which will be a family club where you have a beach club. You're going to have your tennis courts, your paddle, outdoor, indoor swimming pools. You're going to have top class restaurants. You're going to have 24-hour concierge service, completely 5-star. So the whole thing is an experience. And that's what makes it. But what it does is it gets you, which is one of the biggest things, is purchasing here will get you in front of the membership board for the Els Club.
Well, I never. Now, Ben and I are obviously too young to play golf. But what do you think, Ben?
Oh, that's a fabulous property, isn't it? It kind of reminds me a bit of the where the agency had their last meetup in Abydos. What's that? The
Royal Abydos. Yeah.
Royal Abydos. Thank you.
Yeah. It looks really wonderful.
It is really beautiful. So it's going to be T2, so 2-bedroom townhouses, 3-bedroom villas, 4-bedroom villas, and 3-bedroom duplexes. So it is a touristic development, and of the 78 of those units, 23 of them have to go into the pooling system. So it's ideal for someone who just wants to have it as an investment, but also. And you'll kind of get used to this, Ben, when we go in and when we talk about touristic developments, and usage is usually very low for the owners, but because this is golf, they're allowed to use the property 112 days a year, and then they rent it out for the remaining. But that's just 23 units, and then for the remaining units, they can do what they want. So they could say, look, I want to golf 6 months of the year, and I want to rent it out for 6 months of the year. I want to live here and just golf all the time. So it's a really, really flexible opportunity for people, and it's a fantastic investment, because you're looking at what's happening in Vilamoura now, and when you look at Vilamoura in 10 years' time, how much is your property going to be worth?
Markets are looking up at the moment. I mean, I read some the other day that in the second trimester of 2025, just globe for the whole of Portugal went up 17.2%. The market.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
The demand is there. It's the demand, and it's going to always be here. I always say the Algarve is such a little bubble. It's completely different. I know we talk about Cascais and then you talk about the Algarve, and there's areas that are different. But when you look at Lisbon and Porto and the Algarve, they're completely different. There's so much wealth in the Algarve, and it's a place where you look at Quinta do Lago, it's from generations. The families have come over, and then their kids have come over, and it's just a place where there's always going to be that demand. And people say, I'm waiting for a price drop.
Forget it.
If the property is priced right, and it's a beautiful property, there is no price drop. And we see it all the time. People say, I'm going to wait till next year. You know, the markets are unstable, they're this or that. But when you come, especially for new developments in the Algarve, the time to purchase is now, because you're going to come back around and say, oh, what? It's increased by 30%? Yeah, it has.
Next year will be a 10% increase at least.
We hear this, don't we? Don't time the market. If you're ready to buy. Yes, go for it. Okay, we have your details there at the agency, re.com. Marian-Purcell is the link there. We've got a question in from Bob up in the north. For this northerner, he asked, is this between Albufeira and Faro? Can you give us a quick geography, an Algarve geography lesson before you have to go?
I can. Yeah. So we're about 25 minutes to Faro Airport, and then about 15 minutes to the outskirts of Albufeira. So exactly what you said, that's where we are.
Well spotted, or well guessed there, maybe, Bob. Thank you very much for joining us. Anything else you want to tell us? I mean, that's one spotlight featured property, which we obviously asked you to bring with you, Marian. Anything else you want to share with us before you have to leave us this evening? And I hope you'll come back on a regular basis.
I'd love to come back. I really would. You know, I've had a lot of families that are contacting me, and I even went on an event in Ireland, and so many people say to me, like, how do you do it? How do you move over? And so many people are on the verge of, I want to move or I don't want to move. Do your research and actually take the chance, because for me, I've lived in a lot of places. When we moved 9 years ago, I always said Ireland will be there, you know, when I'm ready, or if I'm ready to go back. And if you keep that in your mindset, I think take the leap, because Portugal is such a great place. Honestly, it's the weather, the lifestyle that my children have, like, it's just, like I said, I think I said to you earlier on, it just reminds me, it's the closest thing. And I've lived in Spain, New York, Australia, a bit of a gypsy, you know, with us Irish. And this is the one place where I was like, you know, when myself and my husband looked at each other after a year, we said, actually, I'm happy here. And we didn't get a 7-year itch or anything. So